Hey, yo, what's good? What's good? On the way to the schoolhouse to get this little education so I get this certification so I can start my own business. But enough of that. I ain't here to talk about me. I ain't here to bloviate about the shit I got going. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like the rest of these fucking clowns. I ain't got to brag about the shit I do. I just do my shit. Now, what I'm here to talk about, though, is these bogus-ass media outlets. These weak-ass, fake-ass, motherfucking, platforms that only throw out propaganda. Now, big time, small time, all you niggas throw out some type of propaganda. Now, the propaganda I'm talking about, now this is disgusting. This some of the most disgusting shit I done heard sports-wise in a long time. I don't know who this is or what outlet this is, but the outlet said two very disgusting things. One, not only is Kobe Bryant not a top 10 player of all time, you mean to tell me a dude that's third all-time scoring in NBA history, third all-time scoring in NBA history, 9-time first-team all-defensive player, which is tied for first in NBA history, 12 times on the NBA all-defensive team, which is probably the most in NBA history, 5-time champion. You tell me that dude not a top 10 player of all time? I'm not a Kobe Bryant fan. You know what? Let me take that back. I'm not a diehard Kobe Bryant fan. I respect the game of basketball. I'm a basketball fan. And if you can't recognize game, whether you hate Kobe Bryant or not, if you can't recognize that he one of the top 10 to ever do it, you a fucking clown. Something wrong with you. You can't give me 10 dudes better than Kobe Bryant. As far as I'm concerned, it's only 2 or 3 guards in the history of the NBA that you can put over Kobe Bryant, Michael and Magic. To tell the truth, I'm biased with AI. I can make an argument for putting AI over Kobe, but that's it. And that's a hard argument to make. What other guard in NBA history you could put in front of Kobe Bryant? Not Jerry West. Not Oscar Robertson. Not Isaiah Thomas. Who? What other guard besides Michael Jordan, the GOAT, Magic Johnson, the GOAT point guard, what other guard in NBA history can you put over Kobe Bryant? Not now. So how the fuck he not top 10 all time? How? How is that possible? How? To be honest and truthfully, shit, you can make an argument that Kobe Bryant was better than Tim Duncan. And I know Tim Duncan the top 10 player of all time. The greatest power forward ever. So how is Kobe Bryant not even top 10? And then, even the most disgusting thing. This is the most egregious thing in the history of sports. This is worse than Pete Carroll's call running the ball on 3rd and 1 against the motherfucking Patriots. This worse than motherfucking the blown call in the Saints. This worse than that blown pass interference call, Saints versus Rams. Worse than that. Worse than the motherfucking tuck rule. Worse than all this shit. You mean to tell me Allen Iverson, the motherfucking answer, pound for pound, the greatest player ever, pound for pound, the greatest player ever. You mean to tell me he not top 50 ever? So you mean to tell me, whoever this fake ass media outlet, you lost all credibility with me. I don't give a fuck who you vouch for. I don't give a fuck if ESPN have you on there. I don't give a fuck who on your staff. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. All you niggas associated with the Bleacher Report or whoever fucking report that put out this bullshit, y'all niggas is fraudulent. I can't listen to shit y'all say about anything. Not a damn thing. Not nothing. I don't want to hear y'all say shit about basketball, about football, about baseball, about boxing. Y'all niggas are fraudulent. To not have Allen Iverson as a top 50 player, you can't even name me 50 motherfuckers better than Iverson. What's the fucking criteria? Y'all want to say because he didn't have a championship? Okay, who he played with in his prime? Who he played with? George Lynch? George fucking Lynch? Kevin Ollie? Rajah Bell? Tyrone Hill? Eric Snow? That's who he had in his prime. That's who he had in Philly. He made them motherfuckers relevant. The fact they even made the playoffs was amazing. And not only did he make the playoffs with them, he made them contenders. They were always a contender to come out the East. And he would have had his championship if he ran into Shaq, who was the most unstoppable big man. Well, I ain't gonna say of all time, because Will averaged 52 points a game. So kill that Shaq was the most unstoppable big man. Shaq was great, but Wilt was the most unstoppable big man. Facts. Him or Kareem. But he had Shaq and Kobe to deal with Phil Jackson. And that's why he didn't get his ring. Oh, that's a pretty ass pen. But y'all gonna tell me, this report gonna say that Allen Iverson is not one of the 50 greatest of all time. 4-time scoring champ, 2-time All-Star MVP, averaging 26.7 points career average. Went to the finals with a bum-ass team. Averaged standing 40 points in the finals with a bum-ass team. With the worst team in NBA history to go to the finals. Y'all can talk that shit about what LeBron had JR and he had them do. LeBron had a whole fucking team. Changed. Who Allen Iverson have? Cut the monkey shit out. This is bullshit. This is why I started my page. To combat fuckery. And this is fuckery on an all-time high. And if you don't recognize this fuckery, you don't know shit about sports. You don't know shit about basketball. You know shit about football. You don't know shit about baseball. You don't know shit about a motherfucking thing. Because this is outright blasphemy. I can make a case for Allen Iverson being top 10 all time. At worst, top 15. And you tell me this motherfucker not even top 50? What's your criteria? What is your criteria that a 4-time scoring champ in the NBA is not top 50? What's your criteria? What is it? Isaiah Thomas not better than motherfucker Allen Iverson? Nope. John Stockton not better than Allen Iverson? Nope. Gary Payton ain't better than Allen Iverson? Nope. And them dudes top 50. So stop the bullshit. Jason Kidd not better than Allen Iverson? Nope. And he top 50. T-Mac ain't better than Allen Iverson. Scottie Pippen ain't better than Allen Iverson. I can keep going. Them niggas ain't top 50. Them niggas top 50 though. This shit's disgusting. This shit's disgusting. And this shit has to stop. And if nobody won't take up the challenge, I'll be more than happy to take up the challenge. Because it seems like everybody got, and I know we all got our opinions, we all got our favorites. But game recognize game, real recognize real, and cut out the motherfucking malarkey. Cut out the bullshit. I ain't got time to keep it clean. Cut out the bullshit. That's what we gotta do. Cut out the bullshit. How is Allen Iverson not a top 50 player of all time? How? How? How is Kobe Bryant not a top 10 player of all time? You know how? Because they want to make LeBron James that much better. That's how you make LeBron James great. He just can't be great on his own merit. You got to discredit other people. Well, Kobe had Shaq. Who LeBron have? LeBron had Dwayne Wade. We forget Dwayne Wade, top 5 shooting guard all time, dead or alive. You can't name me 5 shooting guards better than Dwayne Wade in NBA history. That's who LeBron had to play with. Chris Bosh, who was a top 10 big man, top 15 player at that time. He had those two dudes. And then he got Kevin Love, who was another top 15 player, a top 10 big man at that time. I ain't mean to say Chris Bosh was top 10 big man of all time. Chris Bosh was top 10 big man at that time. Then he got Kyrie, another top 15 player at that time. And you telling me, with D-Wade, Chris Bosh, Kyrie, and Kevin Love, you only came out with 3 rings. In those 7 years, with those dudes, you only came out with 3 rings. And people started saying, well, KD was supposed, well, how was he supposed to beat KD now? Really? So you had D-Wade, Chris Bosh, then turned around and got Kyrie and Kevin Love, and you only got 3 chips in 4 years? Really? But you niggas, but you motherfuckers, you coward ass, sorry ass motherfuckers found legitimacy in not making Kobe Bryant top 15 player. Name me 10 players better than Kobe Bryant. I want anybody to name me 10 players better than Kobe Bryant. I'll wait. And then after you do that shit, which I know you can't, name me 50 motherfuckers better than Allen Iverson. I'll wait. I'll wait. Is KD better than Allen Iverson? No. Is Steph better than Allen Iverson? No. Name me the players that are better than Allen Iverson. But I bet you KD and Steph made top 50. But they ain't better than Allen Iverson. Facts. But once again, I digress. I gotta go take care of this business. And I'll post this video. And I'm gonna come with more videos. Because the fuckery has gotta stop. It's gotta stop. We won't keep it 1,000 all the time. Whether you like this person or not. Whether it's personal or professional, we gonna keep it 1,000. We are. I don't like Tom Brady, but he's a great player. I can't take that away from him. He's a great player. I ain't like Kobe Bryant, but he's a great player. You can't take that away from him. Great player. Like I said, 9-time first team all defense. 12-time all defensive team in the NBA. More than anybody in NBA history. 3rd most points in NBA history. You tell me this motherfucker's not top 10? What the fuck is the criteria? What's the criteria? Like Allen Iverson said. Allen Iverson can't make top 50? What's the fucking criteria? What is it? What is it? How many 50-point games he got? How many 60-point games he got? And you telling me he can't make top 10? He can't make top 50? At worst case, if you're an Allen Iverson hater, you can't, at worst case, you can't drop a lower than 15 ever. I personally got him in my top 10. But you can't drop him lower than 15? You can't. And if you can, you was a fucking hater and you don't know shit about basketball. That's real talk. You can't give me 15 motherfuckers that played basketball ever, dead or alive, better than Allen Iverson. If you can, please educate me. I want to hear this shit. And I'm out.